I've also been debating about talking about this topic for a while now regarding how people consume and listen to music as late. And with the rise of streaming services being like a pretty common thing now, the pretty big norm when it comes to streaming and listening to your favorite music artist ever. And of course, with the unfortunate rise of AI music and how much it's somehow trying to Billboard Top 100, I figured to put in my 2 cents on what is the best way to listen to music now in the current day and age. So there are a myriad of factors and little details that I can dive into. But to start off with my personal preference when it comes to listening to music is just have your own portable music device on hand, such as in this case an iPod. This is not an iPhone. Just to kind of cut to the BS right here. Here my a la carte wallpaper here. But yeah, have an iPod Touch, an iPod, maybe like a portable music listening player on hand. Because for me, that's just like it feels like you own that music, you own that type of media your own. Obviously, for me, I'm also a huge advocate when it comes to owning physical media. So not just owning it through digital, of course. So obviously physical copies like albums, like CDs and vinyls, like you see at the top screen right there. So I'm more of the type where I want to listen to my music at my own pace, on my own terms, and just be able to collect the music that I love, that plays a really big role in my life, and just keep them because I know that at the end of the day, I own my music. Whereas streaming, on the other hand, it's kind of like, yeah, you're following your favorite artist, yeah, you're paying a subscription to like, let's say, get no ads for free, which is like, why am I getting ads while I listen to music? It makes no sense. And yeah, you do have the option where certain streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music have like the no ads option. You get to listen to music offline. You also get to download your music while using the app, which is cool, which is nice. But for me, I just am always used to the old school way of how I want to own and listen to my music, which is owning my stuff like I want to own my stuff. And the other reason why I've been pretty vocal about this now for over the years, especially back in high school, because back then I think there was that pretty big norm, that big sin that where a lot of my friends back then always said, "Oh, you're not streaming like your favorite artists of all time, then you're not actually supporting them, and you're not like listening to them every single day." And here I am, just wondering like, why am I going to be streaming their recent music, their recent albums to hit 1,000 streams just to showcase I support them. I'd rather support them by buying their physical copy of their album, buying their album digitally, or just straight up buying the singles to said songs. Because that, to me, you get more bang for your buck and the money is going towards the artist. Whereas streaming, on the other hand, yes, it is free, but majority of the time, the huge issues that the royalties coming out of streaming is not really much or close, not even worth it at all. And as you can see here, as I pop here from Groover.co's royalty calculator about comparing all streaming platforms, just to hit 1,000 streams on each of these music platforms alone is pretty damn despicable and kind of abusive to an extent because like 1,000 streams for Spotify, the artist will only get paid out $3.70, and the highest one here is Tidal at $14.93. And then when you compare apples to apples with every streaming platform out there, it's like it's honestly not really worth streaming your favorite music to support your supposed artist that you love to listen to. Which is why, like, again, why would you want to like waste your time and trying to hit like 100 streams or 1,000 streams towards your favorite artist when you could just buy the album, which on average nowadays is like $10 to $15, and boom, that's money in their pocket at the end of the day. At least for independent artists. For mainstream artists, it's obviously a different situation because that money is going to be split up amongst everyone that was involved in the project or in the song, etc., etc. I get that, and there has been a pretty big push as of late too, where a lot of big artists have been coming out and have stated that because of how much these streaming platforms has kind of been abusing the system over the years and how much they've been exploiting artists' pay, they've essentially decided as of late like removing all of their works, all of their music off of their streaming platforms because at the end of the day, they want you to go get the album, buy the album in person, which in a way is a pretty risky and bold move from the artist itself that I could name tons of examples because it's been happening as of late. And I get that it's a risk because like okay, now you're not gonna have music promoting through these streaming platforms, and it just runs the risk of where, oh well, that's your lost revenue right there. That's it, game over. But it is honestly a pretty smart way to like stand your ground in a way to like get these streaming platforms to like really change their policies when it comes to paying the artists and paying them what they deserve. But that it's more than just to pay at the end of the day, which leads us to my next point, and honestly one of my main inspirations why I wanted to talk about this topic, and that's AI. AI music has become much prevalent from the past couple of years now, and this year and even recently, I even talked about a video talking about an artist that actually topped the Billboard Top 100 charts with Zanaya Monet. And recently, a video that Fantano just dropped today just decided to uncover more and diving deep to another AI artist that actually topped the charts in country. Yes, in country, a genre that while I don't listen to country music, I can definitely see like this is a big problem if it's already topping another Billboard Top 100 from an AI artist. And as a result, it's like AI music is now getting littered throughout some of these streaming platforms. The most common one is obviously being Spotify. And because of that, it's like now if you want to discover your favorite artist or maybe an artist you want to support independently, there's a good chance that maybe that artist you're supporting could be an AI artist, which at the end of the day, AI music freaking sucks. There's nothing really good about it, and it just waters the whole playing field of how what an artist like an actual human being needs to become the big artist that they want to be. And it sucks. It absolutely freaking sucks. So for me to even wrap this up too, like I understand that like what I've been doing for years now. Because again, I've been doing what I've been doing right here, right now for years when it comes to listening to music. Where I've just been staying with streaming platforms and I just listen to my music at my own pace and my own time privately. Because the last big stigma that's been going on now in the online world is how much like by the time it reaches to the end of the year, there's always so many of my friends and maybe to an extent like people online asking me, oh yeah, what's your most streamed artist? What's your favorite song you listen to of all time? Post your statistics right here, right now. And I'm just like, I don't give two shits about that, honestly. If I want to post what I post or what I listen to throughout the years, I will post it. I've done it in the past where I just talk about like albums that I loved and songs that I love in the past. But in the way of where how Spotify and other platforms are like posting it and making you like, oh yeah, share this to everyone that to know that this is what artist you listen to. It's like it just feels super weird, honestly. Like I just don't get it, and because of that, that's why I kind of stray away from that end of the year stuff of showcasing like what is your favorite artist, your favorite album, etc. I rather talk about it and post it my own way and do it my way. And if people are not going to watch and listen to what I say, it is what it is. I mean, I'm cool with that. But yeah, just wanted to kind of rant about this a little bit about music, AI, streaming, and more or less advocating that if you want to listen to your favorite artist and continue to listen to your favorite artist, just buy the physical copies, buy the digital albums, and just listen to it your own private time through an iPod or through physical copies that I have in the background. So yeah, that's all I want to say. I'll see you on the next one. Later.